The mercenary contract that binds you to sanctioned violence is not merely a transactional agreement, but a manifestation of the emotional containment you have been conditioned to accept as masculine necessity. And true intimacy requires not compartmentalizing desire from duty, but integrating the weight of witnessed trauma until connection becomes an act of radical vulnerability rather than tactical liability. In Devour, Abigail Glenn transforms the mercenary romance trope into profound exploration of queer sovereignty and embodied trust, proving liberation isn't found in escaping the profession, it's forged in honoring the man beneath the uniform when every operational protocol demands you remain asset. This psychologically precise narrative makes every touch feel like both surrender and reclamation, where consent to love is negotiated through mutual recognition rather than assumed compatibility, and healing means protecting your heart when the mission demands you sacrifice it for efficiency. From gunsmoke and sweat narration, listeners enter worlds where loyalty is syntax and presence is the only unbreakable vow, perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent romance, where male complexity defies genre expectations. When Sinro Enterprises operative Kaylin Vance is assigned to protect high-value target Julian Thorne during a volatile extraction, he expects professional detachment, not to discover Julian's quiet resilience mirrors the exact suppression he's endured beneath years of performative stoicism, and his refusal to treat Kaylin as mere bodyguard creates space for connection defying employer-employee hierarchy. Navigating hostile territory and buried attractions, Kaylin realizes this assignment isn't about protection, but recalibration, with Glenn avoiding reducing Kaylin to brooding protector or Julian to helpless VIP, instead crafting radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as danger blurs them. An audiobook narration amplifies this alchemy by capturing Kaylin's disciplined focus fracturing into clarity, and Julian's guarded intensity revealing warmth beneath vigilance, making listeners feel seismic shifts of souls, learning some bonds can only be claimed when you stop letting contracts define their validity. What elevates this beyond typical fare is portraying mercenary intimacy as somatic practice rather than romanticized transgression, with Kaylin confronting how military culture equated worth with utility, while Julian creates sanctuary where his contradictions exist without diminishment. Their relationship evolving through shared silences during safe house watches, bypassing performance, rhythms protecting both operational integrity and psychological safety, and mutual defense against handlers mistaking tenderness for compromise, supported by fellow operatives encoding suppressed grief, allies carrying intergenerational weight, and the underworld itself absorbing decades of unspoken bargains, reinforcing that in extraction-based systems, tenderness toward the other is technique and presence is sustainable resource, with tactical decisions mirroring emotional attunement and protective instincts becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is immersive descent into sacred vulnerability, with narrators embodying Kaylin and Julian with remarkable distinction, sound design anchoring existential stakes through distant gunfire, rain against armored vehicles, and hushed breath syncing with moments of clarity, pacing mirroring operational cadence from deliberate reflection to surging awakenings, ultimately redefining mercenary romance by centering queer emotional labor within tactical frameworks and affirming that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to be seen, honoring whole self even in landscapes shaped by violence.